situation we're in. But yeah, you can still get the full 7,500. So, what do you drive right now?
Well, I was driving a Spark, and then I just traded for a Acadia, GMC Acadia.
Oh, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
So
The Denali, huh?
The big SUV to the small electric vehicle, huh?
Actually, when I got the Spark, I was trying to get the electric version, but then it wasn't out yet.
Is the Spark a hybrid? Because I know they have.
No, it's a full.
Oh, it's fully electric.
I was working at GM then too, so they were just kind of developing them. That was maybe back in 2012.
Because I know they had the Bolt and the Volt, and one was a hybrid.
Yeah, I drove the Volt. I was test driving it to San Diego and back a few times.
Yeah, what was the range on that car?
On that Volt?
Sure.
The Volt had maybe like a 40 or 50 mile range.
Okay.
Then it switched over.
Gas, yeah.
Right. I made the mistake. I guess if you going up mountains or stuff, you're supposed to have it charging or not running the battery all the way down, because then then it just ran on the like a little engine after that, and I was like falling behind. Yeah, no power.
Oh, jeez. Well, if you're ready to switch, switch here.
Sure.
Now to get out of the car, you're going to grab the handle. You notice there's no door handles in the Model 3, so you just press that button at the top of the door handle, and you'll be able to hop out like that. And then you can switch. So I'll go over a couple things with you once you get in there.
Okay.
First things first, to start the car with the key card, we're going to place the key card behind the cup holder here.
Okay.
And I'll just have you put your foot on the brake for me really quickly.
Okay.
You can see the car's on because we get the PRND and all the lights that we don't actually, that are not necessarily need to light up like a traditional car. And then I like to just slide the key into the cup holder here so it doesn't fly around.
Okay.
If you have the cell phone, you just get in the car. You wouldn't have to do any of that. So the first thing I'll have you do is adjust your seat.
Okay.
So you feel good there?
I'll move it anyway just
be
to
on
see how it is.
Yeah, on the left side.
Okay, is it electric then?
Mm-hmm. Excuse me, it's fully motorized.
Does that one sing?
Yeah, both of them. Exactly
What about the rear? It's just
they don't, they
like
fold,
a bench?
They're not motorized or anything.
Okay.
They don't slide back and forth. Feel good there?
Mm-hmm.
Right, we'll do the steering wheel. So
How far does it go back? Is it laid down?
Oh yeah, it goes all the way back. You can crush him.
Huh? Okay.
I just,
Are you back there?
No, I'm not. I decided
Yeah.
to hop out one of you guys.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Wait, what's this?
Cool.
What's this push button here? What's that for?
Lumbar.
Okay.
So
I don't feel it.
Let me know when you're good there.
Oh, there you go. All right.
And then we'll do the steering wheel and the mirror adjustment. So one of the things you'll notice about Model 3 is it's super minimalist, right? There's basically very few physical knobs and dials.
Mm-hmm.
So all your basic controls for the car are going to be easily enough under the picture of the car.
Okay.
Right? So car controls, quick controls are going to come up, basically all the stuff you would need on short notice.
Mm-hmm.
We have two big adjustment buttons, one for mirrors, one for steering wheel. So if I hit the steering wheel button, you can there's a little wheel on the left side there, and you can scroll up and down with that like a mouse wheel almost, and that'll move the steering wheel.
Okay.
You can also click the wheel in side to side by kind of pushing it sideways, and that'll telescope the wheel back and forth.
Okay.
So get the wheel set wherever you like.
All right.
And then we'll do the same thing with the mirrors. So it'll do the left mirror first with that same wheel
Same one,
control.
okay.
Exactly. So we change the functionality of that wheel depending on what we have selected. And then when you get that one good, you can tap the right button, and you do the right side same way.
Okay.
And then this is just old-fashioned.
All right.
Just move it.
Looks like a 1950s kind of mirror.
Yeah, just one simple part. And then the other thing we'll just go over really quickly is the driving settings. So some other cool things worth knowing about too is all the stuff you just set. The steering wheel, the mirrors, the seat, even the driving settings can be saved to a profile right here. So you can just put in profiles for multiple people, and it's just one touch and everything adjusts, and it's super easy once you get your settings how you like them. You can even have it recognize your cell phone key so that when you walk up, the car is ready for you the way you like it. We'll just really quickly go through some of the driving stuff here just so you know. So we have 2 acceleration modes. So chill is going to be like a D-rated, kind of less powerful, not full strength Tesla experience. Most people are going to stick with standard. Steering mode is going to be how hard it is to turn your steering wheel. So comfort's going to be really easy to turn, and sport's going to be kind of a stiffer steering. Regenerative braking, is this a technology you're familiar with?
Yeah.
So it slows you down and you get more battery out of it. So standard's going to be like full recharge, give you a little more range, and then low is for if you want to turn it off. So if this all looks good to you, I kind of just leave it here to start. Good to go?
Yeah.
All right, so to put the car in drive, we're going to use the selector right here on the right side of the wheel. It's all the way down for drive, all the way up for reverse. And the button on the end is park. And you just hold the brake, put it in reverse. You'll see it shows up right here. You really want to push it all the way up. The camera comes on, and we'll head out that way.
Oh, the mirrors go down thing too.
Yeah, automatically. So, and then it's all the way down for drive.
Okay then.
You're looking for this. So,
is that happy?
and then at the stop sign here, we'll take a left and then a right onto this road right here.
So they're going to release something for the parking lots here soon? Is that for the Model 3 too then?
What are you referring to?
They would go park themselves on their own? Or?
Yeah, so I mean they've talked about it, including the ability for the car to kind of go find a parking space for you.
Yeah.
We'll take a left on Scottsdale Road.
Okay.
Right. So I mean the car can already auto park, can parallel park, perpendicular park, all that stuff is like you feel the regen there.
Yeah.
So I can show you all that today. It's pretty sophisticated already, but what they're talking about adding is a feature where the car could basically get out at the the end of the parking lot. It could go drive around and find a parking space by itself, and that would be all the cars. So, excuse me. So the Autopilot technology is the same across all 3 of our cars. Or basically every car we make. So it's Model S, Model X, Model 3 basically all have the same functionality as long as you have the Autopilot.
They all have the Autopilot or ability to get the Autopilot.
They build all the cars with the same hardware standard. So the same cameras, the same sensors, the same radar that is in each car. The Autopilot's just software essentially. So they build them so they're all Autopilot ready. And it's a $5,000 option. So we make it an option because there's some people that don't want it, but it's kind of essential to the Tesla experience. Did you guys want to see the Autopilot today?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Feel free. Just feel free to kind of drive. Feel for it. Let me know if you have any questions. We'll actually keep going straight.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna.
I have a route.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you if you had. Yeah.
So, you're not going anywhere you want, but because I want to get us to the highway with enough time,
Does the blinker turn itself off?
No, you can toggle it up.
How much are those going for there? Is it?
The scooters?
Yeah.
Have you guys done those yet?
Not that one. Is that like a rental or something?
Yeah. There's the Lime and the Bird. So it's crazy, right? They dump these things everywhere. These companies that they just leave the scooters everywhere around town. And to activate them, you get an app on your phone and you scan. There's like a QR code on the scooter. You scan it. It's like 15 cents a minute or something. And they're really fast. They're really fun. And then when you're done, you just leave it on the side of the road, and you log out of the app, and it locks the scooter. And then they come around and pick them up at the end of the night. So
where's the cruise on this here?
we're gonna take a right at the light up here. The cruise control.
Yeah.
So I'll show you that when we kind of get to a good area, because this car has the full Autopilot. That's actually really engaging if you did the. I mean, you can do cruise as well, but the Autopilot's kind of a really sophisticated cruise.
Did you say we're turning right here?
Right here on McDonald. If you don't get Autopilot, you do get cruise control.
me. I had watched a couple videos on it, and then I kind of read the news on it frequently, daily.
Daily, yeah. Tesla ends up in the news a lot.
I seem kind of uncomfortable with my foot on the pedal as I was asking about the cruise control.
The cruise. Yeah, I mean, if you want to toggle cruise control, it's going to be one down on here.
Well, that's why I was asking about it. Maybe if you don't have the regenerative on there, then that wouldn't be the case then.
Where it's kind of backing off like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can turn that off if you don't like that feeling. So, I mean, if I turn it to low right now, if you back off the pedal, you'll feel it's going to coast quite a bit more. It's not going to kind of slow you down quite as aggressively as it did before. But like I said, obviously with the regen, it's going to give you a little bit more range.
You can turn the regen back on here. I was just wondering.
Just so you know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was for the people. I was like, I thought it was a train or something.
No. I was like, what train? So,
look at the boat train.
The boat train. Turns out it's a drawbridge.
Yeah.
So this would actually be a good place. I'd like you, if you feel confident, to kind of give the car some gas so you can kind of feel the kind of power this thing has.
Oh, it's just as good as I thought it was.
So, you know, this is not a performance car. This is just a regular Model 3, but pretty much everything we make has a lot of power. And it is nice to know that, you know, you can basically get anywhere you like to in traffic. That is fun. Stoplight's a good place for it too. You know, when the light turns green, race everybody.
Does it? Is it? What do you call it?
Does it?
It doesn't peel out, does it?
This one won't. I mean, it's an all-wheel drive car, so it's got a lot of grip. We do a rear-wheel drive configuration, and I've seen those spin tires a little bit, but for the most part, the dual motor car is between the weight of the car and the grip from the all-wheel drive system. It doesn't do that. It's kind of what gives you all that acceleration and just put that power down so quickly.
You holding on there, Daniel? I guess you're not going to have torque steer with this either.
No. Pure linear, full torque. You know, just full power from anywhere you like it. Right there. They don't even have a plate. That must be brand new. So one of the things you may want to know about is the navigation system right here.
Okay.
So, you know, you talked about wanting to find charging stations and things like that. So our nav system, which you can see, is like a huge part of the display right here. Yeah, here we go. So, you know, obviously something really crucial. This is a Google Maps-based navigation system. So if you're familiar with Google Maps, you're familiar with this. It's the same system. The only difference is we overlay this with our charging infrastructure. So, you know, you said, how do I find a charger?
In Sells, Arizona?
What's that?
Could you find one in Sells, Arizona?
Yeah, we could. I mean, the easiest way to do it, so I'll show you two things.
Sure.
So there's a little lightning bolt right here that I can press, and that's going to find all the Tesla chargers in the area. So you can see all these icons are Tesla charging stations. Never mind the third-party chargers. This is just the Tesla stuff. Some other things that are useful is like, how do you spell
Sells? S-E-L-L-S.
S-E-L-L-S. So right here. So if I put in a destination, what the car is going to do is it's going to look for charging stations between here and our current destination, and it's going to tell you exactly where you need to stop to get there, you know, with a full charge. So I mean, we can search in that area too if you want. I can hit the charging icon, and we can look over there. So I'm not exactly sure that you guys are down here.
Yeah, it's going to be southeast.
I'm not actually. I don't know the area that well.
Kind of close to the border, southeast.
Okay.
This side is right in there.
Right in here. Yeah, so I mean, it doesn't look like there's a ton of charging infrastructure around you guys. But again, like 310 miles is a pretty significant amount of range. You know, so you're not even going to need a charger until you're driving that far from home. And like I
was going like from Ajo to there and then back, and I think maybe it was about 200 miles a day.
Miles
Yeah.
from here, for example, so the car doesn't even have us making a stop. So I think people think they need to live near charging infrastructure, but you really don't. With something with this kind of range, I mean, this car is not even fully charged. They can still make it there on a full charge. So there could be third-party electric vehicle chargers around there, which you could also search for. But this one by default is just going to find the Tesla stuff because that's where they want you to start. You can obviously navigate to any of these just by clicking on them. So the red ones are cool. They're worth knowing about. They're Tesla Superchargers.
Right.
So this is what the route planner is going to have you connect to. These are the fast chargers. So at home it's going to be a couple hours overnight to charge the car. But at the Supercharger it's like a 20 to 30 minute stop to get most of your battery back. So if you were driving from here to
I go through Gila Bend a lot. There's
a
some
Supercharger there, exactly. Yeah. So where's that one? Where you headed when you going there?
Huh?
This one right here?
Yeah, just anywhere. Most of the time I go from Ajo to Gila Bend.
Okay.
And then we're to here.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, it'll tell you all that too. If you're ever in a situation where you're starting
California,
to get charge, we'll get on the 101 south.
Go right. Okay.
And you're not paying attention to your current charge, it'll start giving you options and warnings and kind of directing you to the nearest charging infrastructure. So it's basically designed for you to never run out. Without you'd have to ignore a lot of warnings if that happened. Obviously, if you accelerate all the time, you won't get as much range. But that's the same.
I was wondering about the air, running the air conditioning a lot too. Does that bring it down quite a bit?
Maybe 5% at most. So it's pretty minimal in terms of the energy that's required for that system versus moving a car like this.
We got a green light.
We can go. So once we get on the highway here, I'm gonna have you get over a lane or two, kind of get into the middle of the flow of traffic, and I'll show you what the Autopilot does.
Okay. And what was I gonna say? The batteries and the heat out here. Do they bring the life down quite a bit?
The heat's not really a huge issue for the battery pack. It actually prefers heat to cold quite a bit.
Okay.
So let's get over one more lane.
Yeah.
So once you feel comfortable here in the flow of traffic, the way we're going to engage the Autopilot is by using this stalk right here.
Okay.
You're going to press it down, all the way down twice, almost like a double click. And just like that, we're in Autopilot.
Okay.
So we're going to encourage you to keep a hand on the wheel, but you don't have to. So some other things you can adjust, right? There's this scroll wheel on the right side of the wheel here. If you scroll that up and down, it's going to adjust the speed the car is set to. So you can change that if you want to see it set to 70 right now. So it's going to pick up the speed limit based on the Google Maps data, as well as speed limit signs that it sees as we drive by. Another thing you can adjust is how many car lengths it maintains from the car in front of it. You can adjust that by clicking that wheel in side to side, just like we did with the steering wheel adjustment.
Where is that?
So the same little wheel, you kind of click it sideways.
Okay.
You see how it adjusts? It's
Okay,
set to 7 car lengths right now.
Okay.
But if you go all the way down to 3 or so, it's going to be a little more aggressive and it'll let you get closer to that car in front of you. Some other cool things is you can see what it sees right now. So you can see it sees the lines of the road. You can see the other cars around you, right? It's constantly keeping track of all this stuff. So you talk about fatigue, like on a longer drive, or with your pedal, with the foot on the pedal earlier.
I'm having a hard time finding a place to put my foot here.
Okay. Did you adjust the seat at all? See if you get a little more comfortable now that you're in full Autopilot?
Yeah, but then I wouldn't be able to reach it, I guess, maybe. I don't know. I'm saying I'm looking for a place for this foot to go so I'm not touching the pedal. I don't know. Maybe because I got this crap in my pocket.
Tweak it a little bit.
I think that's a little better there.
So another thing I'd like you to try whenever you feel ready is we'll turn the blinker on either side.
Okay.
You basically do this at any time. So what's going to happen is if you turn the blinker on, the car is going to, whenever you're ready.
Okay.
The car is going to check the blind spot next to you. It's going to use the camera there, and then if it sees that it's safe, so probably after this car goes by, it's going to merge into the next lane for us. So it does have to feel pretty confident to do it, but it's doing all that fully automated, as you can see. You can turn that blinker off whenever you're. Oh, it did turn off. Okay. So in version 9 now, actually, they've introduced a Navigate on Autopilot feature. So basically, you can put in a destination, and it'll do all the on-ramps, off-ramps, lane changes, everything like that for you, fully automated. So basically, fully, self-driving on the highway.
what I got in my... Oh, I think it's a bottle of water.
There's something big there.
Huh?
Take that. I feel like that would help.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I was having an hour.
You don't have to keep a hand on the wheel, remember.
Yeah.
You can just do whatever you got to do.
Okay, there we go.
Is that better?
That helps some, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So you know, Autopilot's
I got this big wad of cash, and could somebody hold on to that? You can get that.
Yeah, happy to. So we'll take the next exit.
Okay.
But yeah, any questions about the Autopilot?
We just hit this, and it'll bring us over there. Or
well, you can, yeah, you can definitely merge into that lane if you want.
Okay.
So again, like I said, it's going to check next to us. You turn it off, and then when it feels safe, it'll make that merge. If it doesn't see enough stuff that it feels confident doing that, it'll watch out for it.
Okay.
So, and then if you want to disable it at any point, you can just kind of pull the steering wheel away from it, or you can tap the brake just so cruise control. Everything will turn off. But I mean, it's going to try to hit 65. I would have seen him.
Yeah.
So it's actually really conservative.
Yeah.
It would have slammed on the brakes if you hadn't.
No, just pull it down twice and it'll go, or?
Yep, exactly. And now it's back on again. So it won't see, legally it can't respond to stop signs and traffic lights. We'll take a right up here. So you're probably going to want to take control back.
Okay.
So, you know, if you're in bumper-to-bumper traffic, it'll stop if you come to a red light because there's a car in front of you who stops. But if you're the first guy there, we can't have the system respond to that yet. So it won't stop for that kind of thing. So it's really great for highway driving. You know, it has a number of other features that are useful that I can show you when we get back to the parking garage. But it's, you know, it's not as ideal for like side streets and stuff like that. Beat anybody off the line?
I was wondering if it was a no turn on red.
I don't think so.
I didn't see it. Does it read those signs?
It doesn't really read. Yeah, not really. So some other things worth knowing about. You know, we can turn this backup camera on at every time if you want some extra rearward visibility.
Okay.
You know, some people find this disorienting, but it's nice to know you have it. We also have a pretty dynamic AC system down here. So you'll notice there's no vent in the car. Right, there's no physical vents here. It's just kind of clean all the way across. You can actually direct the air anywhere you like from that vent.
Okay.
So just by dragging your finger, you can kind of shoot the AC system wherever you want it. We can control our sides separately. So I don't know if you want to play with that and kind of see how that works, but it's a useful system. Kind of shows you exactly where the air is coming to.
Okay. And does that do that in the rear too, or
no? I mean, you have AC vents in the rear, but you don't have this system.
Yeah.
So. What else do you guys feel like you need to know about Model 3?
Does it do any braking if somebody goes in front of me and I don't have any of that on?
Yeah, so there's the automatic emergency braking, and that's actually standard on the car. So even if you don't buy the Autopilot, you still get all the Autopilot safety features. We'll take a right on Hayden right here.
Okay.
You do have to be going faster than 5 miles per hour, so it'll still let you roll into the car in front of you if you're stopped at a red light. But if you're coming in too fast or somebody cuts in front of you, that stuff's all going to be in there. Standard.
That's even if I don't select anything?
Yep, even if you don't have Autopilot.
No, I meant if I don't have the Autopilot on.
Right, yes, exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Exactly. You know, and you could try the Autopilot here as well. This is definitely the kind of place where, you know, as long as it can see the lines on the road, and it can see, you know, other obstacles around it, can see cars around it.
Has it got the speed of 50?
Yeah, and like I said, remember, you can use that wheel to kind of scroll down. So you see it saw him, and like I told you, it's very conservative. So it'll definitely kind of stop before it, you know, does something stupid. So let's see if it responds to this guy right here. I have a feeling it's going to freak out, So, but it's, you know, it's pretty good. If he stays in front of us, it'll come to a complete stop right here, you'll see. But if he merged out of the way in front of us, it would blow right through this red light. So that's why we really, you know, say it's ideal for highway where you're not dealing with these kind of conditions. But, you know, if you're going to use it on side streets, it requires a little bit of supervision.
Okay. It goes off when I go on the brake
as
then?
As soon as you tap the brake, it disables. So what do you think?
It's just as cool as I thought it was.
Yeah.
Didn't you bought some Tesla stock there?
That's a fact.
Did you really?
Yes.
How much Tesla stock did you buy? Yeah, I mean, if you don't mind me asking.
$8 million.
$8
No.
Yeah, no.
Well, I don't think you. I think
No.
you guys.
1,500?
Sweet. Recently, or
Much.
it's up pretty. It's been up pretty much this last week.
It's down from when I bought it.
Okay.
I bought it at 338.
Okay. Gotta hold on to that for the long haul.
That's what I'm doing.
So what I'm getting is you want the Tesla,
This is a fact.
but does Dad want the Tesla? Is the question.
Yeah, I wanted an electric. He said I wasn't sure about the infrastructure around where I was yet.
I mean, it doesn't look like it's massive where you are, but like I said, it looks like you're within range of plenty of charging, with the distance in the car.
I think how much does the standard battery have?
So,
or will it ever come out?
Yeah, so the one, like the least equipped one you can buy right now is a mid-range battery.
Right.
You can
So
start getting over